Hi, so this is a kind of a video just about labeling and anchors. And so what we have here is a J square anchor, and I don't really like the label so much. So we're going to change it around a little. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the anchor. So go to the management tools and open it up and go to this J square anchor, which is 12 inches long, half inch. So half inch anchor. So first of all, we want to go to the J square anchor and then make sure you're on the right size here. So whether it's going to be 3/4 or it's going to be half. Now, is there two halves? There's not. Sometimes there's two, like 2/5/8 there. So the half inch one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them all, but for now I'm just going to change that one. So it's the 12-inch one. So this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the half inch out, and I'm going to put an inch, the inch, half inch long, and then I'm going to put the J part in brackets. And this is probably not the way you're going to want to do it, but this is just showing you where to change it. And so there you have a half inch. I can get rid of that. A half. Maybe I'll put it in there. It doesn't really matter. Half inch. So what you can do is copy that and then paste it in here, and then just change the lengths. Just make sure you have a look at them, because this is 1.5 by 1, and then it changes to 1.5 by 2 here. So that should be good. So we're going to apply that change. That should be okay. And we're going to minimize that. Then we're going to come in here and update, and I usually hit it twice. And then we're going to go to the model, and I'll just hit it again. And what we're going to do is come in here. We can't change it that way, right? We want to come back into the actual, and if you can see, the nut and the washer are upside down, so that's another thing that has to be fixed. So let's not worry about the nut and the washer for now. So we're going to go base plate, and we're going to go anchor, sorry, and then we're going to just switch out of that and then switch back in again. Square anchors. It'll be half inch. So it just was showing the nut and the washer wrong because I changed the type name. So it was just kind of telling you that there was an error, I guess. So now we've updated those, and now we're going to go back to this detail, and we'll do update and update this, and this label should update. And you can see that I didn't pick the right. This is 18 inches long, so I didn't pick the right one. So let's go back to the model, and we can see they're very long. Go back to the anchors, and I didn't check the length, so we can see it came in. We'll switch that to the 12, okay, because the 12 was the only one that we updated the label on. And now we're going to come back here, and then what you want to do is go back in and change them all if that's what you want. So we can see we've lost everything there now, so let's update the detail again, see what happens. So if something like that happens, just close this out and go back into your folder, and we can actually go this way. It's probably quicker. Show camera detail, and then label, update detail, and now it's come back in, and it has come back in with the incorrect label. So my label has not updated. Alright, so a J square anchor, it's a 1/2 inch by 12 by 1 by 2. So let's go back into our management tools and just see. J square anchor, and it's a 1/2 inch, and it's the 12-inch one, which I did change. So what I'm thinking is that's not going to work, and that diameter symbol is throwing it off. That's why it's not working. So let's come back in here, update the defaults, and it's still not updating. So what we'll do is we'll delete it. Let's go back out, select the camera, and we'll put it back onto that page and see if it comes in right. Now I did this before and it did update correct, so I don't know if this is the problem. You can see we've lost everything there, so it's interesting. Right, now the base plates come in, but I'm missing the labels, so you can see the green box is not around it. So that means there's some labels up here. So if we zoom in here, let's see what labels we have. So we have the anchor label, but it is the old anchor label. So that has not worked. So update it again, the labels should come in. And the labels have come in wrong again. So shouldn't be the case as far as I know. 2 nuts and 2 washers, so maybe that's the issue. Let's change this. So this will show you that is probably the issue, the 2 nuts and the 2 washers. So base plate, anchor holes, nut and washer. So change that to nut and washer, back to the one that we're upside down, and this will probably work. So what you need to do then is, again, the base plate has disappeared. So what we'll do is we'll just output this again. Put it back on that 002. That's it there. Update detail. Sometimes this happens. I don't know what happens with everybody, but it certainly happens for me. And there you see, it has come in correct eventually. I'm sure most people aren't going to watch the video that long, but they have it come in this. So now what I'm going to do is, what I'll do is I'll just continue with this video, and then I'll do a shorter video just to show the same effects, I guess. Not actually doing the process, but just showing what I did. So what I want to do is I want to go to output, and I want to change this again because I don't like the 4x at the start. So object presentation, and we want to go to anchor bolts, and we can see here this is our anchor bolts. And let's go into the label. Let's see what tokens we have. So we have token for anchor part name, and we have the number of the bolts, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new one for myself. So it's going to be anchor bolts. You know what? I don't want to create a new one. I'm going to cancel out that. I'm just going to change this existing one because it's already my one. And we're just going to put this in like this, and apply, use, and then select this. And there now we can see there's 4 anchors, 1/2 inch, J square anchors 12 inches long, and then this is the curve on the bottom of them. So I hope that helps. Long video, sorry, sometimes doesn't work out as you want. As you can see, this is also pretty small, so you can just go back in here if you want, or you can just edit it by clicking on the green box. But I'd like to change the scale back a little closer to what I usually use, so next time I won't have that issue. And then we'll update it, and there you go. Alright, so you've updated the label and you've updated the name of the bolt. Alright, hope that helps.